What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eye Bri. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some interesting things from the comic, the Walking Dead comic, that I would like to see on the show based on this awesome fan art that we'll highlight in a second. But I would want to see these things on the show. Does that mean they're going to happen? Only time will tell. But obviously, spoiler warning for Season 9 of the show and the Walking Dead comics. If you're worried about spoilers, stop watching now. But first, if you love The Walking Dead and the Walking Dead family, become a valued member of the PT channel and our Walking Dead family by hitting that subscribe button. Photo credit to these fine folks right here. And I got to give a shout out to @FreakishOrder on Instagram for this picture right here. So this is the picture that I saw yesterday from Alex in our Walking Dead community on Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you want to be a member of our TWD community, we have a Facebook page and a group. But here is some awesome, badass fan art by Freakish Order on Instagram. Give them a follow, or she. I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman or if it's a group, but it's awesome either way. You can see Maggie Rhee is portraying Pamela Milton of the Commonwealth. You can see the Commonwealth soldiers behind her, and it's a clear fan art of this comic cover right here. And issue 176 is right there in front of you. New World Order, part 2 of 6. Pamela Milton is the female governor. She runs the Commonwealth in Ohio. We saw some potential connections with the Commonwealth as of season 9. And Toledo, the sign in the campsite, and the Commonwealth wording on the windmill that we've seen several times, and we'll actually see in episode 908, I believe, at least in the promo pictures we have. But issue 176, we meet Pamela Milton in the comic. The Walking Dead comics is pretty awesome right now. The story is pretty interesting with Rick and Michonne and the Commonwealth. I'm not going to go too in-depth with the comic connection, but I would love to see Maggie Rhee be Pamela Milton, basically. She won't be Pamela Milton, she'll be Maggie Rhee, but she would be leading the Commonwealth. Could it happen? Yes. Should it happen? Definitely. A lot of people would love to see that. And the fact that Maggie is with Georgie right now gives us that opportunity for that to happen, because Maggie is with Georgie building a new community. It's in the 6-year time jump. So my timeline would be a little crazy, jumping forward and back and this and that if Rick and Jadis go to the Commonwealth, but we'll see how the movies play out in there too. So we'll talk about that more in a second. But Georgie and the twins were mentioned several times as of season 9. Jesus talks about them in a couple of different parts. At Hilltop, we don't see Maggie as Maggie is with them, and the twins keep dropping off letters to Jesus. Jesus is the new leader of Hilltop, but we don't see Georgie, Maggie, or the twins. We just see the letters. But the fact that Georgie and Maggie are working together leaves the opportunity for Georgie, Maggie, the twins, and whoever to be connected with the Commonwealth, possibly. That would be pretty awesome. It would be a nice twist. The show is the show and the comic is the comic. And the fact that we have Georgie on the show is a different thing than the comic. We have remixes and twists and turns and different things for the show, is stuff to make you want to read the comic to see the differences. And, you know, they kind of mix it up on purpose. And I think Maggie Rhee being connected with Georgie in the Commonwealth would be pretty awesome. And if you haven't read the comics, you're like, what is he talking about? Well, Georgie is not in the comic, I believe. Pamela Milton is a new female governor. She's kind of mean, she's kind of tough, she's kind of good, she's kind of bad, but she's kind of a dictator, basically. Is Maggie Rhee that way as well? A little bit. Maggie's intentions as of late have been a little on the dictator side. We haven't seen her since episode 905, and she's gone as Jesus is the new leader at Hilltop. And as of last episode, we saw Jesus and Tara talking about Maggie and the twins, and, you know, just a little references here and there. And I think they'll keep mentioning Maggie at some point. Maggie's not going to come back as of season 9. She'll come back in season 10 is the early word. I believe season 10 is greenlight or about to be greenlit or whatever, but season 10 needs to happen. Season 9, in my opinion, is very, very good. I would think, though, the Commonwealth storyline will be in one of the movies, and I'll talk about that more, what I would like to see. That doesn't mean it's going to happen on the show, because my writing is definitely different than the show's writing, in my opinion. If I was writing things, I would write things a little differently, but people are going to be leaving the show on The Walking Dead. They're going to be leaving potentially next episode, so we might be losing some characters very soon. Then we have the back half of season 9, but again, Maggie Rhee is not going to be at Hilltop the rest of season 9. Will we see her in season 10? Most likely. Who's going to continue running Hilltop? We'll have to wait and see. But Rick left as of episode 905. The plan is that Andrew Lincoln is going to film 3 movies, 3 AMC original Walking Dead movies. Are they going to connect with the show right away? I would think so, as we want to know where Rick went. We want to see him pre-time jump because, again, Rick went away and then the show jumped 6 years ahead. So that's a little crazy to see what happens there. So maybe some of the movies connect between the time jump. We'll talk about how that may connect with Maggie as well. But I think Father Gabriel is going to be a very important part for Rick, for the Commonwealth potentially, Jadis, and the future of Rick coming back into the universe. Rick is not coming back on the show. He's just going to be in the movies. Maggie Rhee plans to come back on the show, according to Angela Kang and Lauren Cohan. They're trying to get it done for season 10, but we just don't know. I believe that Father Gabriel is the new Eugene for the show. He's probably going to look for Jadis. Jadis is going to be with Rick. Wherever the helicopter people take Rick and Jadis is unknown right now. Is it DC? And a lot of people are like, that doesn't make sense because if he's in DC, he can just go back because it's so easy for him to go back. Well, he could have amnesia. He could not know where he is. He could be locked in a hospital building and not know that he's just in DC. He could get transported to Ohio, Pittsburgh, somewhere else. So we have to wait and see. But the Jadis Father Gabriel connection is very, very interesting. Also, the Father Gabriel Rosita connection is very interesting. I think the Father Gabriel Rosita Radio Jadis connection is set up for the Commonwealth storyline, which makes sense for the movies, for the series, all to connect. Again, Father Gabriel is the new Eugene from the comic storyline. Eugene is connected with the radio. He talks to a woman named Stephanie who connects the Commonwealth with Rick's group. They talk over the radio secretly. Eugene talks with Stephanie over the radio. Many issues go by, and Eugene and a couple other people go out to meet Stephanie in Ohio. They meet a crazy character named Princess, which I think needs to be on the show or in the movies or both. I think I'm excited for that casting as well. I'm excited to see how it plays out. But let's talk about Rick and Maggie. I would love for Rick to be transported to DC, get some medical attention, and then get transported again to Ohio to meet the new leader of the Commonwealth. So you have the comic storyline still, but in movie form. Again, Andrew Lincoln is not coming back to the TV series. He's just going to be in the movie series. But what's the plan for the movie series? Only Scott Gimple knows, because I believe Scott Gimple is writing or planning to write the 3 Walking Dead movies. So let's say Rick goes to the Commonwealth in Ohio. I would love for Rick to go to Ohio and meet the new governor of the Commonwealth, not knowing that it's Maggie Rhee. Maggie Rhee is in the chair, spins around, and she's like, hey, Rick, that would be so badass and awesome, and comic fans would be like, yes, The Walking Dead is back. And if The Walking Dead marketed it and advertised it as Rick is going to meet a familiar face in these movies, or you hear a voice or something, it would be so awesome. People would be so interested for that. But again, the timeline, if Maggie Rhee is going to come back on the show in season 10, it's not going to fit the timeline. So I don't see it happening. I don't see it working that way. And again, the fans would love it so much, that probably means that the writers and the creators aren't going to do it, because the writers and the creators don't do things for the fans a lot of the time. That's for sure. I would love to see Michonne go to the Commonwealth either way. I want to know so bad what happened between Michonne and Maggie and Hilltop and the X's. Are they brands from Hilltop or the Saviors or something? And what happened over these 6 years for Maggie to leave and be like, I'm out of here. I'm out of Hilltop. I don't want to be around this. I don't want to be there. I hate Michonne. Michonne and Maggie do not like each other, or something happened or something, whatever it is. Hopefully they don't hate each other, but they're not liking each other, that's for sure. But I want to see this so bad. It's super badass. Again, check out at Freakish Order on Instagram for awesome fan art. I would love to see this, and I think a lot of fans would too. Maggie Rhee being the new governor, the female governor of the Commonwealth. A lot of people are thinking she has that in her because of the whole thing with Gregory and Negan and running Hilltop. What do you think, guys? Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. And if you haven't already, guys, please hit that subscribe button. We have a goal of 100,000 subscribers. And if you love The Walking Dead and The Walking Dead family, this is the channel for you. And remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And tell him, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.